Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Prieto. I'm here with Stoli today for another episode of Stolen Conversations. I hope y'all enjoy.
Welcome back, Stoli family. How is everybody doing? You are tapped in, tuned in for another episode of Stolen Conversations. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. First ever episode with a little round of applause, I think. That's what's up. All right. Yes, sir.
We out here.
Today's guest, we ain't gonna say too much. My boy Jonathan in the building. We gonna dive right into it. How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Blessed. I always start out with a handshake, a dap,
Absolutely.
pound it,
It's a
whatever we
beautiful
doing.
day. Absolutely.
How you
doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. How are you feeling?
I'm good, bro. Hey, today's been a beautiful day. I just came back out from Miami yesterday. Drove 3 hours back. And
What you was doing in Miami?
Yeah, some passport stuff done already because I'm about to go out to DR next week. So, I'm about to
Right.
just be on motion. I'm excited. It's a
Nice.
good point in my life going out with a lot of good people, good family, friends. Gonna take that time to meditate, and it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Dope.
Mhm.
Have you traveled before? Or you said you just
Last
getting the
time
passport?
last time I traveled was when I was 16.
Okay.
Actually, no, like 16. But I traveled out to Barbados and Grand Turk, all that stuff. I went out to the Caribbean. Now I'm going out to DR. So it's going to be lit. But yeah, bro, we just locking in and just spending time with family and just like really just, I've been focusing a lot on just where I'm at now. I'm 22 right now. So it's like,
Okay, for
it's
sure.
just really forward motion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, family is definitely important.
For sure.
I can resonate with that. Something that I definitely, lean back on. It's good to, not everybody has that luxury, So if you got a good family and support system, it's definitely, something that you should not look over.
Mm-hmm.
Be super grateful for.
And it's funny because it's like it all comes in the right time, and like this could be people that aren't blood, that are blood. This is like people that are we just being unified together and we just having a good time, and I think that's important. And
Yeah.
I'm very about that right now with just like where I'm at in life, just finishing out school. I just like I'm at this place in my life where it's like really just working hard, having that forward motion and just like bettering yourself every day to the point where you start doing the things that like you truly love to do and that you feel intended on doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like definitely on that type of vibe right now. But yeah, I've been making music, I've been working, I've been getting plans together, and it's been like this process. It's been a process. A good process, but a process.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you say you just finished in school, man. Let the people know what you going to school for.
So I make a lot of music. I make and like I've had such a passion for music since I was a kid. Since I was young, bro. I've always had this pursuit and this love for what we call music. And like I grew up with a family that brought so many aspects of music into my life, and it was just such a beautiful thing because like it's definitely it's an art piece, and it just shows so much to what life is. And now that I've taken so much time into it, I've done choir. I used to sing.
Okay.
I've been singing since elementary school. Choir has always been in my thing.
Singing since elementary. Yo, that sounds like a hard cover or a single or a album name. Singing since elementary.
That's a bar. That's a bar. I think it's set agreed. It's a bar.
It's a bar.
That's for sure.
That's what's up, man.
But yeah, I've always had that passion for music. And then like when I was, I want to say like 10 or 11, that's when production started like easing into like my workflow in making music, because like my dad actually used to rap and my mom was a hip hop nerd and an R&B nerd. Like she was just a music nerd altogether. They fell in love with that together. And like I kind of was a sponge and I just like took all that in. And then from there, that's when it started. Like, I don't know if y'all know that iPads are capable of making a whole song on GarageBand. And I was
for
capable
sure.
of doing that shit at like 12 years old, like 11 years old. That's when I started learning what an EQ was before I even knew what it was.
Word.
So it was really dope. Long story short, I started getting this interest in the music, and then like this
So
was
that's
something
what you
that,
decided to
yeah.
pursue further education on, and
Yeah, like I always knew that music was gonna be the path. You could ask anybody from my school. Like, I was always I'm a rap straight up. I'm a sing straight up. You don't know when I freestyle. It may not. It'll be a whole vibe regardless. I could just be vibing out and saying the whole hook, and then it just set people off. So like I had that love for music. I started writing a lot. By like 12, 13, that's when I started making music more consistently. When I was like, all right, I'm gonna start dropping shit on SoundCloud. I'm gonna start pushing on Spotify, like Apple Music. That started happening around like 18, 19.
kind of more. You're like, all right, I could take this serious, and I mean, you always around it, so
And
just
I
growing
familiarized
up.
myself with it, and then I started Full Sail at 18.
Okay.
Yeah, Full Sail, and then that's when I started studying for like audio engineering and recording arts, learning like what it is to really make quality music. And that's what I've always loved, quality music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bet. Who's some of your inspirations, or where do you get inspiration when it comes to making a record?
First and foremost, God.
Amen. The
God.
Most High.
The divine, because I feel like the best artists can tell you that they seek inspiration from a higher source. Like you look at Erykah Badu, you look at artists like Common, Nas, you look at Tribe Called Quest. Like that's the stuff that I initially like took like precedent in my heart and my soul when it came to music, because in my spirit it was always towards God, but my soul was always towards what music, because that relates to people.
Yeah.
So that's what I always loved about like Tribe Called Quest. And then like my mama and my dad always be telling me that even Sade, like Sade was just like a love inspired artist. And then you look at it just the list goes on. And then like you get older and you start discovering music. I'm sure like even for you, like you had a point in time like where you started realizing, oh shit, like this music exists. And it's like, oh
yeah. For
like,
sure. I mean, you discovering music all the time.
Like,
you know
what would
saying?
be your favorite? Like, what was that artist for you that you found on your own that you were like, oh damn, like that's crazy?
Well, it's gonna sound crazy because I mean, we talking about God and all, but you know, I was very in the world growing up. I grew up in the church, going to youth group.
I did too.
But
That's what's up.
I was a big Wiz Khalifa head, bro.
Hey, so,
Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, and Big Sean.
oh, absolutely.
Those are my three, like.
Shout out Big Sean, bro. Big Sean
it was like the fun vibes with the lyrical vibes, you know. So, that's what really did it for me. And then, man, R.I.P. Mac Miller, bro. That man was
when I really started,
not even at his peak, bro. Like just getting started.
He's still making music now.
I mean, bro, he's just getting started, finding his, development in production, getting into instrumentation, and like, bro, he was on a different, like, the way music is now. I feel he was on something else that was gonna bring a whole different type of vibe to the hip hop community and everything, and everything's kind of, I feel like, for lack of a better term, like watered down right now. Like everything's cookie cutter. It sounds the same. Like, but he was always different sounds, different flows, different melodies, different voices. Like he was doing pitch changes and all this stuff. So, that's kind of the era I grew up in and was kind of attached to.
I respect that era.
Came up with, but
I love that era. Like I
nowadays, I just be listening to mixes and whoever I'm recording. To be honest, bro,
and I be listening to either worship or my music, cause it's like, bro, like, and that's the biggest thing too, cause it's like at least like, not even at least, just at that point in time, people were so in tune with making music itself. They weren't so focused on, how many people are viewing it, how many people are seeing it. People didn't even know how to do that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there was
before like social media. really took over, you know,
it's not
TikTok
even
and whatever.
social media. It's what people did with social media. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's what you make of it. You could be that person, and I'm saying this for myself because even I'm guilty of it sometimes. That it's like I'll be caught up scrolling, and it's like what I get
facts.
caught up doing is looking at what everybody else does, and I'm seeing what everybody else is doing, and it looks like, oh my gosh, like I want to do what this person is doing because it's going to make me more successful, when in reality, we're all capable of doing that. We're all capable of making our own art. That's real.
And everybody's path is different, you know. People try to like copy, well, what did they do to make it work or get where they're at? But everybody got their own path, and what works for one person might not work for you.
And then you can even see it like from the, like, you'll see like people in those places that talk about stuff like that, like they know what that does. It's all psychological warfare with yourself and your mind, and then that, like, and I feel like you can rock with me on that, that it's like God is so important in that, because it's like you gotta have your spirit right. You gotta know what you consuming, and you gotta know like what you intaking every day.
For
And it's
sure.
like giving yourself that grace, but also knowing like, damn, like I really do be scrolling every day, 3-4 hours a day, 5 hours a day.
And what you feed in your not even your ears, your eyes, what you looking at.
Yeah. And it's, you know, like it's really taking that step forward, and just, you know, like I want to bring that aspect back into it in music. Like we in 2024 and we should be progressing, not decreasing. This should be the point where it's like we passing the torch. And the reality is there's people that are doing that. There are people that are out there that are making quality music. You can see Chris Brown still dropping quality music. You can see freaking Michael Jackson drop as an AI. Like you're seeing people, like, no disrespect to what these artists are doing now, like, but it's like you can really be locked in with this. You have no excuse. You can be an independent artist label if you want to do that. You don't have to succumb yourself to what like the world wants you to be. And it's like, if you want to really be an artist in this shit, stop doing what the world wants you to make and start making the stuff.
Hit that space bar, bro.
Oh, for sure.
No, just hit the space bar. The gray one. The gray one. Yeah, just stop it. It's
Sorry.
cool.
Oh,
No,
I
you
talk too
good.
much.
Just let that rock. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, we just gonna let it rock like that. It's cool. It's cool. That's cool. We just gonna leave it. We working out the kinks, bro. The next one we'll get.
Oh, so that was it? That was all?
No, you good.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, you good. What's it called?
We might cut that part out, but
no, for sure.
maybe we'll let it rock. Who knows?
Look, so,
I'm sorry.
No, you're Gucci. Look, like.
So quality music, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we was talking about. You know, I agree.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
I
But there's
agree.
artists that do that now, and it's like, you know, just making sure that it's like, do this shit that's gonna make you happy.
Just
Do this
make
stuff
sure
that's
you,
gonna make you. Oh
my
yeah,
fault.
so sorry. Stop making ass music for everybody else. Stop dropping the shit that you think everybody else wants you to hear. In reality, you should just be dropping the music that you want to make, and that's what everybody else is gonna like because it's what you're making.
I'm a play devil's advocate though and say yes and no, because some people, yo, I question whether they've listened to music at all. Like, yo, have you listened to the radio, dog? Can you honestly hear that on the radio? No, I don't know. Now, not
I
everything.
agree.
Not everything is meant for radio. Some
Yeah.
things meant for film or this and that. But, bro,
But that's the beauty of it. That's where we at though now, right? Because it's like we at that point in time now where it's like we know. It's like, okay, you could really put music in for sync.
sure.
Like Vince Staples, I rock with him. Shout out Vince Staples. Vince Staples like got that down to a T, bro. Like knowing sync, like bro just got a placement. Like he has a whole Netflix show.
Oh, word?
That is his, directed by him on the Netflix
What's it
deal.
called?
And it's called the Vince Staples Show. He made it on some Dave Chappelle shit.
Okay.
So it's like, it's really taking inspiration and going with it. And it's like, okay, so it's like you have different things that you can utilize. You can be an independent artist. All it takes is a machine.
Yeah,
and having
for
people
sure.
that are going to be behind you with it. But at the
A
end of the day,
system
yeah,
and
a
process
system.
and consistency.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm learning that shit now myself. Look, I'm saying this from a place point where it's like I'm just now learning all this. And I'm learning how to implement. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
But that's why we got today. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. And you still early in your career, so now's the time to lock in, bro.
For sure. No, I've been rapping my ass off. I gotta get this project out. So I've been working on a project recently, and like,
Okay, let's talk about it.
Nah, for sure. Like, it's been a process for me.
What's the name? You got a name?
Clouds.
Clouds. Okay.
Clouds, and it's been a common theme that I've been like sitting on for quite a while, and it's been my process of like trying to find the silver lining in the clouds. That's that one point where God like is like in tune with you, and like that's the place that you want to be, like finally finding the silver lining in the clouds. That's what the whole outlook is, the theme. So in that, there's the things that are blurry. You don't really know it, but through this, you can see one point that goes beyond the clouds into where God is at.
The light.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So that's the overall. In that, I've been learning what things were clouding me, and with that, it's been a real conversation with myself. It's been a real change within myself. It's been conversations with God, talking with him about like who I want to be and who he needs me to be, and like putting my heart there so that way, you know, I could be in alignment with the things that are meant to happen in life, you know, like we was talking about earlier, like shit happens. We could get so caught up, and that's the thing, it's so easy to get clouded. It's so easy
trying to do things your way, or trying to control things, and life don't work like that for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
I feel that.
Yeah, so it's been a whole mindset that I've been trying to really figure out, and in that, my sound has been changing as an artist. I've been making music for so long, and I've been singing, and I've been doing all this other stuff that, you know, you could even get clouded, lost in your own talent. And that's a big thing. There's so many talented people that are outside right now that they get clouded by the shit that goes on in their daily life, that they lose sight of the things they could really focus forward to. You get what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, I feel.
So, like, literally finding that silver lining in the cloud, like in those errors, in those ways, and the things that you could get caught up in, what things could, and like really being vigilant towards like moving forward. And, you know, it's been a change for my artistry. It's been a change for me as a person, as Jonathan, but also as Prieto. Like, Jonathan Prieto is my full name. Like, and that's why a lot of people knew me as Jay the Prodigy, which was a persona that I made for myself. And Jay the Prodigy was like this character I made that played off of the sounds of what I was hearing. But now Prieto is like the full embodiment of who I am now. So it's like people know me as Jonathan, people know me as Jay, but people know me as Prieto.
It's like a rebirth.
And it's generational.
Yeah. I like Prieto.
Prieto's my last name.
Rolls off the tongue. No, I know, but it's just like an artist name too. I think we talked about that prior. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, besides music, bro, I mean, you young too. So, like, was you you play sports or anything in high school, or like what was you doing a couple years ago?
On some real, I never really stuck to playing a sport like that. It wasn't for me, but I always loved boxing.
Boxing was. I got you. You still be in the gym?
I haven't been recently, but when I get into it, I get into it. I could tell I'm bulking, but in reality, what's it called? I'm just like, I'm getting back into it. But like doing weightlifting, boxing, cardio, running, swimming, outdoor.
Well, that's
shit.
a lifestyle thing. You talking about health now? We could get into that. I gotta get back in the gym myself. So
that's so
health
important.
is wealth, baby.
Yeah, bro. And you could get caught, and that's the other thing. You could get caught up in shit like that too, like getting comfortable in the peace, but not being too. Don't like still remain vigilant even in those moments. Real shit.
Bars. Okay.
Yo, shout out Savion in the cut too, bro. Yo, we
So, what's something that you're looking forward to, once school's over, maybe the album drops, like, what's next in store for Jonathan, and then what's next in store for Prieto?
Jonathan is gonna become the best version of himself very quickly.
Amen.
And it's gonna be through the grace of God. And it's gonna be humbly. And it's gonna be through loving on people and taking every day as an opportunity.
Mm.
And Prado is gonna define that and leave that mark on this generation. Real shit.
Dope. Now, are you from Orlando?
I'm from Tampa. I was born and raised in Tampa and Town and Country, Tampa. Shout out Ebor. Shout out Town and Country. Shout out Winthrop. I was at charter school for a little while back over there, but yeah, like it was over like Riverview, Brandon, Florida type, like very like swamp-esque Tampa area.
Oh, it's nice over there though.
It's
Bradenton,
nice now.
Sarasota.
Yeah.
I think Sarasota got like one of the nicest beaches in the country. They
Absolutely.
say.
Anna Maria, Ybor City, downtown Tampa. They got like I grew up there.
Okay.
But I moved out to Kissimmee, St. Cloud when I was 14, and I kind of spent my teenage years out there. I went to Harmony High School out there for a couple years, and then I just got tapped in with Orlando, and I just started making music like that. The biggest thing has always been like staying true to me, because a lot of people carry personas out here, and the biggest thing is like you can seep through that very quickly, but you also got to know the real from the fake. And it's like knowing how to carry that love and like always knowing who you connect up with. And it's like, even with those the connections that you making with people and that you meet the people and you showing love, it's like being mindful of the people that you let super close, because they could have a secret, a back thing. But that's why
they own agenda.
Yeah, and Orlando taught me that very quickly, so I'm thankful for that.
I mean, I think that's just that's also the industry we in. Entertainment is very crazy out here. Not out here, but just the whole industry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, no, that's facts. And they say, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You never heard that?
That you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. You are the average total of them.
If you hang around,
I mean, if you
5 people drinking beer, smoking weed all day, you probably gonna be the 6th. But if you hang around a bunch of deca millionaires, you might catch a meal or 2. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different type of conversation.
Yeah, man.
It's a different type of conversation, and that's the biggest thing. Like, like really being present in every moment, learning from it, and just being a sponge and learning, and just like really being mindful. Like, for us, being very mindful, very demure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to say it because it was good for the moment. That is in context of everybody saying it. So like,
yo, he just slid that in there, bro. He just slid that in there.
Little. Hey, look, y'all need to click me.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Pause.
Hey, bro, hold on. What happened with Diddy? What, like?
Yo, quiet, right? Yeah, we don't want to get into that. I want this video to stay up. You feel me? So, all right, let's jump into something else besides.
Ain't that crazy how that became a culture thing so quick too?
Oh yeah.
They said no Diddy. They said so we just confirmed. Hey, bro.
But nah, you not wrong. Like, you ain't even heard nothing. Is this dude arrested on trial? I think he works for the feds, but that's just me.
Yo, so many people done got away with it. Can you really say something about it? It's America. They gonna figure out a way.
That's crazy.
They gonna figure out a way. If you got enough money, that's what they gonna do. No, I'm sorry. That's way too real. They gonna take out on the video for that. We could cut that out. I'm sorry.
No, we good. Shit? I'm leaving all of this.
Ooh, raw and uncut. Pause.
Yeah.
No Diddy. Sorry. All right, no, but
So, what's something challenging that you've dealt with or had to overcome to get where you're at now?
being humble, pride,
Mm.
pride, because pride is just like the root of it, and everybody got to deal with it, and the longer you stay in pride, the longer you stay in unforgiveness, the longer you stay in unforgiveness, the longer you hold on to shit. And the longer you hold on to shit, the longer it's going to take for you to let go of it.
Real? Okay. How you doing now with that?
Working
Better.
with it, figuring
Yeah.
it out as we go, because every day is a new day. And, you know, like, hey, like, every time that we step into the new process and we go through it, there's things that you learn from it, there's things you observe from it, there's things that you gotta take with it, and you can't avoid it, but it's up to you how you go with it. You feel me? Like, shit happens.
Roll with the
punches.
The punches.
It's not about how many times you get hit.
surf the wave.
It's about if you gonna get back up. Hey, that's also Rocky shit. Shout out Rocky. That's what I'm like.
That's a
Ooh,
Muhammad Ali or something. That's float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah, that's different. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Man, we dropped some bars and we can make a song out of this episode.
This the whole thing. They don't even know we about to do the video after this. This is what I'm saying.
Hey,
y'all gotta tap in.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta tap in because like.
So let the people know, man, what we doing after this, and you got a date for the album, or when can people expect the Clouds drop? Don't make no promises or
of 2024.
Oh, that's this year. Couple
year?
months.
Give me a couple months. I gotta finish it. I'm at the studio. I'm locking in. Shout out Iconic Vision Production.
Yeah, no doubt. We here at Iconic Vision Studios.
They like we in a forward motion. We like really just like focusing towards a goal. We're gonna get this shit done. And the biggest thing has been being consistent, utilizing the resources, and just going at it. Like for real. Like we about to do the video. We about to get some cinematics. That's been the biggest thing now. Like I said, next steps. And making this a piece of art. I ain't just talking what I'm just saying right here, and I ain't about to drop some fire ass music, because the thing is like, my music is gonna speak for itself, and at the end of the day, it's gonna be very tunable, and I want to make it prepare for that, especially like with all the music that is out right now. I want to make this so unique from me that no one else could replicate it. So
you got production on there?
Yeah.
Like your own production?
Yeah, most of it I've been producing.
Of it. Dope.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, there's been stuff that I need. Shout out Icy Red. I got one joint with him that I'm working with in the O. Shout out Melodic B. He actually worked with me in Atlanta. Well, he's an Atlanta producer. He works on Christian hip hop and R&B, and like he works on R&B hip hop. Just a fire producer. And just working with different artists in the like networking. Just like I'm willing to work, and I'm not gonna prohibit a opportunity from happening. And I know that's what's gonna lead to more opportunity. So yeah, I know that when it's gonna be ready, it'll be ready, and I know it's gonna be ready soon. So I could confidently say it's gonna be ready by the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any features, collaborations, or is it all you? Or
Apollo.
Apart from the production.
West Side, which by the way, West Side, if you watching this, I don't know if you're gonna see this, but I'm gonna send it to you. West Side, if you see this shit, we need to drop all those records that we worked on. We have about like 3 that we've been sitting on. I think it would have been crazy for
bro. Let them go, bro.
That'd be the problem.
There'd be so much music out, bro. You just gotta let it go, bro.
Let it fly.
Let it fly, man.
But that's the thing. That's the other thing too. Like, don't be a perfectionist. Like, don't try to aim to be yes, be like be so in love with it that it's like you're gonna go for quality every time that you record it, so you'll know when it's done. But like at the same token, don't try and like overstretch it. And I think that's the hard part. I think that's the hardest part for artists. They can like I think that's the biggest dilemma for artists. Oh shit, are we still recording?
It's on the side. You got it?
You got it?
Cool.
No, so like that's the
Hit it one more time.
Did it run out of storage? Is that why?
Nah, it should be good. There we go.
Nah, but essentially, yeah.
That'd be the hardest part for artists.
For
the
artists.
Perfection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I always say? I think I told you. Even as like a painter, you know, you painting this beautiful forest, right? You got some leaves, you got some grass, you got that texture on that bark of the tree, bro. You can always go back and add another leaf. You feel me? At some point, you just gotta hang it up on the wall, let people see it, and it is what it is, man. Go to the next canvas.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing about art, just knowing when to release it. And that's been the thing I've been studying. And I like, because what I also never want to do is limit myself to the capabilities of artistry I could reach. And seeing which one is like, oh yeah, this one is like really, really good. Because I have ones like that it's like, oh, these are really, really good. So, but with that, there comes originality, there comes inspiration and having the clear samples. And the biggest thing is like, I'm learning how to work that aspect business-wise of like stuff I could remix, stuff that I'm not going to get like copyrighted for. And you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, because I work with samples. I love that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just the process of making music and just learning what it is to drop with it and stuff. So
dope, man.
Yeah, making videos, cinematography now.
That's next.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fun part. Yeah, we're about to make that video right now. Cold Sunday remix. Shout out Yachty. We got that instrumental that we gonna drop it on YouTube and we gonna check it out. So shout out Lil Yachty. Shout out all them boys with Concrete. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all see kind of where I've been at, and we aiming for the next one. It's gonna be lit. I'm excited.
Bet
it's gonna be super
lit.
Man.
Super lit. I'm excited to see what you do too, bro.
You can't leave me hanging, bro. I was gonna tell you, bro. Thank you so much for even having me.
Oh yeah,
on the
man.
Podcast and just like just even how this happened tonight. I really do appreciate that.
No doubt.
Real talk.
What's something you looking forward to in DR, bro? It's your first time?
ATV riding and going out to DR.
Oh yeah. I did that in Mexico. The ATVs, it's a gas. So cliff jumping, swimming in the cenote.
Yes.
Vibes.
Big vibes.
I'm
gonna come back and make a whole damn ball track, bro. My goal is to go out for 4 days and 3 nights and learn as much Spanish as possible, and just go for it. Cause
you be speaking Spanish too, right?
But it's like,
all right, don't get crazy now. Don't get crazy now.
No. I really don't like. If my fiance was here right now, bro, she dead ass tell y'all like. She'd be like, yo, this boy got practice his Spanish.
She cut you off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
where else you traveled?
We traveling out. So the last place, I be out to New York all the time. Yeah, I be out in New York all the time. I like going to ATL. Like I said, I like Miami. My goal is to start going to Puerto Rico annually. I want to start like going out and like seeing that vibe and like learning that culture, and especially like understanding it from like a political approach. So I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but I will say that like, well, at the end of the day, hey, Puerto Rico going through some shit, and like a lot of people got to know about that. Like, really knowing about our culture and just knowing about what goes on over there, and just just like it's a bigger message than just Puerto Rico. But Puerto Rico is a very significant point in what's happening right now. They're going through it, so. Yeah, just more so learning about that, learning how much I could speak, learning to speak that language so that way I could advocate for them too, because that's a part of me.
Dope.
Yeah, but New York, Puerto Rico, U.S., I want to travel more. So, where do you like traveling to?
I'm getting into that now, but I've been a few places.
I know you told me that you went out to Mexico one time, right?
Mexico. Oh, I just went to Mexico a few months ago.
Oh, for sure.
I went to Italy like in high school for 2 weeks. That was amazing. I'd love to go back. Saw the whole country, man.
Wow.
I mean, I used to go to Canada a lot because I lived up there. Well, close to, in the States, from Vermont originally. So Montreal was like an hour drive.
Right.
All up and down the East Coast. Cancun.
Oh shit.
Yeah, really starting to get in. I just got my passport this
Cancun?
year as well. Well, I got it renewed. I've had it, but I got it renewed when I went to Mexico because it was going to expire this year. So
The next time it processed for me that I'm like at that point where it's like, oh wow, like I really am an adult. When I saw that 10 years from now is when I'm gonna have to renew my passport.
Oh,
and by
yeah,
that
yeah,
point,
it's good
I'll
for
be
10 years.
32. And I'm like,
you young, bro. That's young.
I got 10
32.
years.
You tripping,
Hey,
bro. I
hey.
remember when I was 22. Man, relax, bro.
When you saying that, that's how you know it's like, hey, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, being president. When I think I could consider myself old when I start forgetting to add up how old I am.
Oh, I'm there. I'm kind of there, and I'm still young. I'm still in my 20s. And I'm like,
Hey, for sure. I respect it. He said 27.
27, 28, no,
30.
yeah. Nah, haven't hit the 3-0 yet. Haven't hit the 3-0.
Yeah, well, you gotta put it at the end and just say like 33.
Man, I think age is something you should embrace, bro, because age is wisdom, bro.
Okay.
Age is life lived. People always
Yep.
be ashamed of their age. Like, you getting old, bro. That's a
pivotal moment.
That's
a hard thing.
That's a on your sleeve type. Yeah. Look at how much life I lived, you know? People
Yeah.
don't even make it to
People
15, 16. Facts, though, bro.
But isn't that crazy, though, that even...
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry my headspace just went to Atlanta right now.
I didn't mean to bring the mood down, but
Nah, not even. Well,
so good.
Here's the biggest thing. It's not even to bring the mood down. It's to take notice of it.
Be grateful, yeah.
It's about perspective because someone can listen to that. Like, I'm not about to ask somebody, the parent of whoever's teacher, to not feel like shit. The students or whatever, like, bro, like, that shit really happens.
Yeah,
but
word.
In that, how many other things have happened up to that point? And, like, that's a life thing. And the real problem is seeing all of the stuff that goes on with it. And the real question is, why aren't we finding the root of the problem rather than trying to, like, really see, like, look, how did it get to a point that, because I even looked into it, the father was the one that gifted the son the gun to do it. That's real. And it's like, you know, it's crazy. Not to bring the mood down at all, but to
it's
take
deeper.
notice
It's
of
deeper
it,
than just a gun problem, bro. Yeah, for sure.
It's it's an era problem, and it's like
values, morals, teaching, parents, all that, bro. For sure.
God is so important in this age of time too, bro. And that's the biggest thing. Like,
you gonna have to choose, bro.
Yeah.
And people I'm thankful for my situation that happened recently because I chose, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like these days it's getting more and more to that point where, like, bro, you can't be lukewarm, you know, as the word says, bro. You got to pick a side. You can't be in, 1 foot out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pick a side.
It's the biggest thing.
Amen.
Amen.
I think that's a good spot to wrap this up. Is there anything you wish I would have asked you or we talked about you want to end on as well?
I'm so thankful for this opportunity to be able to have this podcast today and to be able to talk with you, and just, like, even on a deeper level than this podcast, just for the opportunities that are gonna, you know, move forward with, and just building the relationship and where this is gonna go. And
for sure,
just
bro.
thankful for the opportunity, and I'm gonna hit the ground running, and, you know, like, every day is a new day to do something different. And I want to do that with my music. I want to do that within myself. And my goal is to let everybody else hear that in the music too. And this is going to be for people who are trying to be chain breakers. This is going to be for people that are trying to break curses. that are gonna like really lock in with that aspect of themselves, and really for like this next generation. And like, shit, we're 22. 23.
You're
people
22.
six like in our 20s or like, but look,
We still young. We all in our 20s. That's what's up, for sure.
And just being and like spreading that
Young.
and yeah. And the world need that most right now, so I'm gonna let that shit portray in my music. I'm gonna let that be me as an artist. I'm gonna let that be me as a person. I want nothing but good things to come out of my time here on earth. So it's gonna be out of peace. It's gonna be out of love, and I know from that God's gonna bless it. So,
Hey,
said and done.
where can people tap in with you, or where, like, if you want to direct them somewhere, the music, your Instagram, whatever?
So we're in a process right now of changing so if you want to see, I'm not even finna push it. My artist name is Prieto. You can find me on Spotify. I have a record that just came out recently called Talk Back. Shout out Bama's World. We just dropped recently, like about a week and a half ago. So it came out. I'm gonna talk back, ride it in the coupe. I'm gonna jump to the back.
Hey, look, you see, I pulled that out the dome, man. It's one of them ones.
So if you want, you can even use it for the outro. If you want to use it
say
for that, that'd be
less.
cool.
They finna hear it in a minute. You heard?
Yeah, if y'all want to go ahead tap in with that, it's gonna be Prieto Bama's World. Talk Back. My artistry name has changed on Instagram, so I'm going by Prieto.official_. So y'all can go ahead and check me out there. And then so I will be releasing more content too under Prieto, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, all that. You will find my stuff like on there. Just look up Prieto. It's not a common name, so
How you spell it?
Prieto. All the Puerto Ricanos know how to say Prieto. Prieto. You can't say it like Super Mario-esque. Like Prieto.
I kind of said that, didn't I?
So you gotta say it very like either from the island or on some chill shit. So Prieto. Quick little roll of the R. Boom, got it on the smooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that for you. But you heard it, man.
It's all right. I'm gonna teach him how to roll the R's by the time we come
I got
back
it, but I already hear in my head.
Prieto?
Word, man.
Yes, sir. But
I'm excited to see the next what's in store, bro. I'm gonna be looking forward to this album now, because I didn't even know. So hey, some real music.
It's not okay. So it's gonna be more so of a tape starting off with, because I don't. Well,
whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
it's gonna be a EP-esque, like a. I've been calling it a tape. It's been it feel like a tape, because it's gonna come out like from like this is us right now doing it. So it's like an album would be fully distributed like type shit. So this is gonna
kind
be
of like a mixtape. The tape. Yeah. Okay. Got you. All right.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. Well, hey, this is another episode, Stolen Conversations. You tapped in. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, drop a comment. I'm looking for them comments. I'm responding to everything. Until we start getting flooded, I might not have the time. Then I'm going to hire somebody to do that. You feel me? So I'm showing love. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their mama, okay?
Tell everybody. You must let everybody know.
Appreciate y'all. We out.
With emotions, I don't never late. If she wanna party, then you know where we at. Whoa, whoa, whoa.